Ms. Batisha. Tomorrow, client presentation will determine whether our company secure a long-term partnership. The director are expecting excellent result from our department. So I hope everyone understand how serious this project is.
Yes, Miss. The team is currently finalizing the proposal and presentation slide.
Good, but I don't want any last-minute mistake. We already faced enough criticism during our previous presentation. To make sure everything is complete on time. I hope so, because at this point, teamwork and communication are very important. So, if there are any of issue, please discuss them professionally instead keeping them silent. So that's all from me. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Patricia.
She sounds really stressed.
Because the company putting pressure on her too.
Honestly, I'm scared I might ruin everything.
You need to get used to the pressure in working life. Corporate environments are not easy.
I know, but I still feel nervous. I'll be working so hard to prove myself.
You are still adapting, Daya. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Last night, I stayed awake at almost 3 a.m. just to finish the client report.
You should take care of yourself too, Daya. You know what? Stress also can affect your performance.
I just don't want people to think I'm weak because I'm new.
People here respect results more than excuses.
Okay, everyone, let's focus. Hidayah, send your draft to me before lunch and I will help to review it.
Okay, thank you.
Hi Adila.
Hi.
You have not rested since morning?
There's too much work. Sometimes I feel like I'm carrying half of the department alone.
You always look so calm though.
That because if senior employee show weakness, nobody take us seriously.
Can I ask you something?
Sure. Why would you ask that?
I don't know. I just feel like everyone is disappointed with me.
Earlier, I overheard Ain and Miss Patricia discussing your report.
What did they say?
I didn't hear everything clearly, but they sound frustrated.
Frustrated? Because of me?
Your name was mentioned several times.
So they really think I am the problem?
I'm not saying that exactly.
But what else would they discuss behind my back?
Maybe they worry about your performance.
I knew it.
Daya,
No, it's okay. I understand.
you shouldn't overthinking too much.
How can I not overthink? Every day I feel like I don't belong here. Everyone already knows what they are doing except me.
Being new here is difficult for everyone.
I've been trying so hard, but maybe my effort is still not enough.
Sometimes workplace can be harsh. People don't always say what they truly think they are.
So they smile in front of me but complain behind my back.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
Oh, good, Hidayah. I was looking for you. I seen the update, the client summary.
Why? So you can criticize my work again?
What are you talking about?
You and Miss Patricia thinks that I'm ruining this project, right?
Daya, where is this coming from?
Stop pretending. I already know everything.
No, what exactly?
That everyone thinks I'm useless.
Nobody said that.
So, why are you discussing me behind my back?
Because we were discussing how to support you since you are still adapting.
Support me? Is that what you call it?
Daya, calm down first.
No, I'm tired of pretending that I'm okay all the time.
You think I'm not stressed too? I'm responsible for this entire team.
At least everyone respects you.
Respect comes with responsibility and pressure.
Every single day, I feel invisible here. I feel like when I walk into this office, I feel like everyone are secretly judging me.
Nobody hates you, Hidayah.
Then, why do I feel constantly unwanted?
Enough. What is happening here?
I thought everyone blamed me for the problem in this project.
Who told you that?
Adila.
Why is everyone looking at me like that? Adila, I want to ask you something. Did you tell Hidayah that management was unhappy with her?
I was only tell what I overheard.
But you shared incomplete information without clarification.
I was trying to create a drama.
Then, why would you say those things to me when you already knew I was struggling emotionally?
Because I thought we deserve honesty.
That was not honesty, that was assumption.
Fine, maybe I make a mistake, but everyone here acts like I'm supposed to do it alone.
Stress is not an excuse for irresponsible communication.
You think I'm not tired too? I stay overtime almost every night. I handle extra tasks without complaining. Nobody's noticed how exhausted I am.
Adila, we do appreciate your hard work.
No, you don't understand. Everyone depends on me because I'm the senior employee. But nobody asks whether I'm mentally okay.
I didn't know you were struggling too.
Because I always pretend to be strong.
Your word really hurts me.
I know. I'm sorry.
This is what happened when people assume instead of communicating properly.
Welcome, guys. I heard there was some conflict in these departments. So let's sit down first and discuss professionally. Workplace conflict usually begin with emotional pressure, assumptions, and unclear communications. Nobody here is completely wrong, but nobody here communicate properly either. I don't want to blame anyone, but I need to know what's going on here.
I should have asked directly instead of believing assumptions.
And I shouldn't have spoken carelessly without understanding the full situations.
I also realized I should communicate more openly with the team instead of discussing concerns privately.
And as a manager, perhaps I focus too much on deadline and not enough on everyone's emotional well-being.
Exactly. Ethical communication is not only about speaking professionally. It is also about understanding emotions, listening carefully, respecting boundaries, and clarifying information before reacting.
I just wanted to be accepted here.
When I first joined this company years ago, I feel exactly the same. We were all under pressure and we forgot to support each other. This is why manipulations, rumors, and assumptions are dangerous in the workplace. Even small words, really dangerous. It can emotionally damage someone's day, you know?
Trust is difficult to rebuild once broken.
But trust can also be rebuilt when people are honest enough to admit your mistake and communicate more properly. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we will continue our presentation together after lunch.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for shouting earlier.
It's okay, I understand you heard.
I'm sorry too. I should have been more careful with my words.
And I also should not have to assume the worst immediately.
Good. I'm proud that everyone is mature enough to admit their mistake.
Conflict is normal in every workplace. So what matters most is how we communicate with each other and how we solve a problem early. From now on, let's communicate honestly and directly with each other.
Agree.
Assalamualaikum to our beloved lecturer, Madam Liatul Izian binti Al Hussein. Today, our group will be presenting a roleplay entitled The Misunderstood Message. This roleplay is based on the topic of communication and manipulation in workplace communication and is set in a corporate office environment. The story shows how understandings can happen when people make assumptions, communicate unclearly, or allow emotion to influence their decision. It also highlights the importance of ethical communication, teamwork, empathy, and professionalism in maintaining healthy relationships at work. Before we begin, I would like to introduce the characters and the role play by our group's members. First, Miss Patricia plays the role of department manager. She is a professional and caring manager who is under pressure to ensure that a department achieves excellent results. Next, Ain Shuhana plays the team leader. She is responsible, hardworking, and tries her best to support the team despite facing a lot of pressure herself. Adila Husna plays the roles of senior employee. She is dedicated and experienced, but she often feels overwhelmed and unappreciated for the effort she puts in her work. Hidayah Fatihah plays the role of new employee. She is hardworking and eager to learn, but she struggles with her self-confidence and wants to be accepted by her colleagues. Lastly, Ilya Damia plays the role of the human resource officer. She acts as a mediator who helps resolve conflicts and encourage effective communication within the workplace. With that, we hope you enjoy our role play and gain a better understanding of how ethical communication can help prevent misunderstandings and build stronger workplace relationships.
Next, I'll be presenting about issue identified. One of the main issues identified in this roleplay is miscommunication and assumptions in the workplace. This issue began when Adila shared incomplete information that she overheard regarding a discussion between Ain and Miss Patricia. Without verifying the actual situation, Hidayah assumed that management was unhappy with her performance. As a result, Hidayah became anxious, emotionally affected, and confronted Ain based on assumptions rather than facts. These misunderstandings create unnecessary conflicts among team members and damage workplace trust. Next, I will explain the implication regarding the issue identified. The situation shows that ineffective communication, assumptions, and lack of clarification can lead to emotional stress, misunderstanding, and poor teamwork. Therefore, employees should always communicate directly, verify information, and avoid making assumptions before reacting because negativity may affect productivity and workplace relationships.
For the second identified issue, which is poor emotional communication and lack of emotional support in the workplace, we can clearly see how it affects both individual and team performance. Firstly, employees tend to hide their emotion instead of expressing them openly. In the situation, Hidayah feels insecure about her role, while Adila feels emotionally exhausted and underappreciated. However, both of them choose not to communicate their feeling clearly to the team. Instead of addressing what they are going through, they suppress their emotion, which gradually build internal stress and misunderstanding within the workplace. Secondly, the work pressure further affect employees' emotional well-being. The upcoming client presentation become a major source of stress for everyone in the team. As deadline approach, the pressure increase, creating tension among colleagues. This stress are not only affect their productivity but also weaken their emotional stability, making it harder for them to interact calmly and positively with the other one. Thirdly, there is a lack of emotional support from both college and management. Most team members are focused mainly on completing tasks and meeting deadline, rather than checking on how others are feeling emotionally. Because of this, employees who are struggling internally do not feel supported or acknowledged, which make them feel isolated even though they are working in a team environment. Fourthly, unresolved emotion eventually lead to workplace conflict. Since feelings are not expressed or addressed early, they accumulate over time. In this case, Hidayah become emotionally overwhelmed and eventually confront Ain in an emotional and uncontrolled manner. This shows how suppressed emotion can escalate into direct conflict when there is no healthy communication or intervention. Lastly, poor emotional communication damage overall teamwork. When misunderstanding and hidden frustration are not discussed openly, trust among team members begins to decrease. Cooperation becomes weaker and relationship at work becomes strained. As a result, the team struggle to work effectively together, which negatively impact both performance and workplace harmony. So that's it from me. Thank you.
For the suggestion and solutions, there are several ways to prevent the conflict show in our roleplay. Firstly, employees should practice open and direct communication. Instead of making assumption or believing incomplete information, they should communicate directly and clarify any misunderstanding. Second, active listening is important, which is team members should listen carefully to one another and understand a different perspective before making judgment. Third, ethical communication must be practiced, which is employees should avoid spreading rumors, sharing unverified information, or manipulating situation because this action can damage trust and relationship. Fourth, organizations should provide emotional support and create a positive working environment. Managers need to pay attention not only to work performance but also to employees' emotional well-being. Fifth, workplace conflict should be resolved through mediations. HR officers or managers can facilitate discussions and help employees reach a fair solution professionally. Finally, trust and teamwork can be rebuilt when individuals admit their mistake, communicate honestly, and show empathy towards one another. This solution can help create a healthy, more ethical, and productive workplace.
For challenges, several challenges were faced in these situations. First, employees were under high pressure due to client presentations, which increased stress and emotional tensions among team members. For example, Hidayah struggled with insecurity and fear of making mistakes as a new employee, while Adila felt overwhelmed and underappreciated because of her heavy workload. In addition, there was a lack of open communication, causing assumptions and misunderstanding to develop. The sharing of incomplete information created conflict between colleagues and damaged trust within the team. Another challenge was the failure to address employees' emotional well-being, which made the situations more difficult to manage and affected workplace relationships. In conclusion, this roleplay highlights the importance of ethical communications in the workplace. Miscommunications, assumptions, irresponsible sharing of information can lead to a conflicts, emotional distress, and a loss of trust among employees. These situations demonstrate that effective communication requires honesty, active listening, empathy, and clarifications before making a conclusions. Furthermore, managers and employees should work together to create a supportive environment where concerns can be discussed openly and professionally. By practicing ethical communications and teamwork, workplace conflict can be resolved effectively and stronger relationship can be built among employees. That's all from us. Thank you.